let's talk about a couple little skateboard related items. What shall we start with? Today will be Tracker Day. Tracker-ish day. Over here I have a tracker book. And then I have over here, I don't know if everybody saw on my Instagram, I bought one of these signed little Tony Hawk J. Grant written photos to help support the Skateboard Foundation and get some skate parks built for kids who need it. But also happens to be the photo on the tracker book. So, good set dressing. But anyway, yes, I'm happy to support the Skate Park Foundation and give back to skateboarding there. Ooh, somebody's listening through the Bose system. Wow, thanks. And that's just the little thing on here, the little microphone on the phone. So, well, all right, thank you. So let's see, what shall I start with? Let's start with this little thing that I was actually getting other stuff, but I came across this. So Rick Froberg did the third version of my board for the House of Kasai, and at some point he came across this in his archives, and it's pretty cool. It's just sort of an early rendition of the graphic, which I should have brought the board in here. I forgot to bring a board in here with me. But yeah, just kind of hand inked before the name was overlaid on there. But yeah, so Rick has a little heart on there for me. And Rick Froberg, Rick Farr, Rick Fork was gracious enough to send this to me when he found it in his archives, and it's nice to have because it that whole hand-drawn thing. And then of course, if you can recognize Rick's handiwork in many other things, and his style is definitely very obvious once you see his work. So there's that. That wasn't even what I was looking for, but I came across a little brochure, which it's funny. This is for Tracker's 15th anniversary, and I think this was a trade show item. So 1990, and this is kind of, yeah, you can see the anniversary logo there. I'll zoom in on it. Tracker, so 1990, 15th anniversary, and you can see us all in Larry Balma's Corvette, and I'm right in the middle. We're supposed to be, you know, this was in the parking lot of Tracker's Tracker's warehouse, but it's like, yeah, you're going really fast. We're gonna put you on something. And I'm like, all right. So we're all supposed to be acting like we're going really fast, except for Brian Ridgway, and there's Brian Ridgway, my best man, by the way, at my wedding. Brian Ridgway, Tracker team manager, and then Lester Kasai. They're kind of like, hey. Even though we're supposed to be flying through space. But Tony was all in, you know, with his superhero antics on there. But that was actually a fun shoot, because we've got Tom Grholski in the back, Nicky Guerrero. So wait, Tom Grholski, Nicky Guerrero, and the late great Jeff Phillips that we all miss very much. But so yeah, this is kind of cool, because it is the sort of the, I don't know, beginning of the end, shall we say, for us. But Tracker trying to keep moving forward. They did come up with the aggro, and slightly modified 6-track, basically different geometry to turn quicker, and they really did. They turned a lot quicker. But the key was that maybe people didn't even know, because by the time this all came out, things were the bottom dropped out. But you could take a 6-track hanger and put it on an aggro base. What did they call the base plate? Quick track. So it's a quick track. The aggros are a quick track base plate, or you could put a quick track hanger on a 6-track base plate, and they would turn differently. And I think that I actually did ride the new base plate with 6-track hangers for a while. Yeah, anyway. But the sad story about the aggro or the quick track was that when they went to production, the company that got the metal for Tracker got them a bad batch. So the metal was really weak right from the get-go. It's like just in time for the release of the new Agro Quick Track. The trucks were really brittle when they were forged. And so I kid you not, the kids would go and buy these things, and they put them on the board, and they roll off a curb, and the trucks would break. They would crack. So that's how brittle and fragile that first run of Agros was. And it's a shame because I think the truck was actually pretty good. It looks a little heavy in person when you can see it compared to the 6-track. I don't know if there's not really a good thought of, well, you can see the 6-track hanger on the Quick Track base plate. But I thought they turned well, and they were lighter than the standard 6-track and gnarly base plate, as they called them, the original ones. But yeah, so kind of like when Tony Hawk's first board came out, and they got a bad batch of wood just in time for his first board to come out, and so all his boards were breaking, and recall, and yada yada yada, and yeah, so that unfortunately in 1990 coincided with a pretty drastic drop in the skateboard world economy. So that was not a good time to have a catastrophic failure like that at their 15th anniversary, which, you know, at this point, a 15th anniversary, it seems like I was there pretty early on, even though I wasn't. Because 15 years, man, 15 years is nothing, isn't it? But yeah, so it's pretty fun to come across this, and everybody has a little quotes and pictures, and there's a bunch of, basically everybody, or a lot of people on the team got photos and a little quote, and I am here, right there. And of course, you know, it's like, you need to say something about the trucks. I'm like, I don't know, I like them. It's like, no, it's got to be something good. So mine was, I can control the truck rather than the truck controlling me. Adrian DeMaine, 9 years. I was on Tracker for 9 years at this point. Wow. Height 5'4", so I was a half an inch taller then. And 133, weight 133. Whoo. Well, let's just say I'm not 133 anymore. But yeah, so this is cool. There's like lots of good photos and memories of my friends, and yeah, it's just a fun little thing to have, and I'm glad I kept it because it's memories. So I hold it up here. So on that Tracker note, to finish up today's skateboard talk, 1 year. Tracker sent out a gift to the team riders. Dun, 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 dun. What could it be? It's so exciting. We don't know what it is. Well, here's what it is. Tracker dominoes. I know I should learn how to play dominoes since I have custom Tracker dominoes. I don't know how to play dominoes, but these had never left the box. So maybe someday I will learn how to play dominoes and take them out of the box. Yeah, see, Francisco knew, because Francisco, being distributor for Tracker, I'm sure you got one, huh? Did you get? I'm sure you got a set of dominoes. The lovely Tracker dominoes. I think that's a pretty rare thing. What do you think, Francisco? I think that's pretty rare. Yeah. So, oh, PPP collection. Have you done a show and tell with your Powell trench coat? I did. I don't know when it was, but I did talk about the Powell trench coat. So I have to go back. See, now you'll have to go to YouTube and go find my channel on YouTube and just type in Lockdown Luau, and it's actually the thumbnail. I'm holding up the coat, so you can find it there. But see, then you'll have to watch the whole show and listen to all that music and stuff. No, I guess you don't have to. You can just skip. But anyway, yes, Francisco, you did get one. Yes, lucky you. Well, see, you know what? I'll have to just come to Madrid, and then you can show me how to play dominoes. We'll use your set. Aha, yes, Jeremy Ray. Never seen those before. I know, see? Yeah, never seen it. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many they made. So I would imagine, gosh, how many riders would that have been in the late 80s, 1990? That could have been 100 sets of dominoes that they made. I don't know. I guess whatever the minimum was to make it cost effective. But it's a very nice Christmas gift, and even though I have not used the set of dominoes, I'm happy to have them because part of my skate family. Yes, Powell Tracker, House of Kasai Tracker, my skate family. So I'm glad to have things like that from my history.